Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Queenstown Ice Arena in Queenstown, New Zealand. Today's action, semifinals, game 2 between the SkyCity Stampede and the Canterbury Red Devils. This is the decider, folks. We're going to be deciding who goes on to the Burgle Cup finals shortly. And today will be a finishing aggregate game. So we'll have some things to talk about how this goes.
Perfect.
My name is Matt Chavez. This is Joel. Joel.
Nice to meet you.
And we are live here at the Ice Arena. We're going to talk a little bit about some ice hockey here.
So it's a big game.
Yeah, very big game. So yesterday's game, 2-1. So it's a carryover. How are the Stampede feeling about things right now?
I think they'll be pretty confident coming in tonight. Last night, obviously, really tight, low scoring, lots of play at both ends, good physical game as well. I think, yeah, everyone's going to be calm, cool, collected coming into this.
All right, and the Red Devils definitely have, they're pretty happy with the way things went, all things considered, with Schneider coming back and just giving up 1 goal deficit so far.
Yep.
Everybody's in it, and we'll see how this goes as far as a 2-game aggregate final.
Yeah.
So lots to talk about as that goes, but in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to show some highlights from last night. Those highlights,
there's going to be a few.
It's going to be there's going to be a lot of highlights. Yeah. So a couple of goals from Schneider, one from Bradley Apps, the big guns for everybody.
Yep.
And we'll go to that footage right now.
Perfect.
Matt Schneider back tonight, and that's a big addition. And Colin McIntosh stepping back. So all of a sudden the boys are back in town, Matt, and that may make the difference. All right, puck drop, neutral zone. Centers to Schneider, who's just a little high. Coyle shot from the point between Schneider's legs.
I saw that.
And Harrison with it. Harrison in the corner.
Fontaine in two minds there of how he's defending.
Back to the point. Fake by not sure what that was.
Good
Amazing save by Reason there with that clutter in front of the net. And Bull races it into the corner. Schneider comes back to help. Centering pass in front. High slot. Kenny just... yeah, one little thing.
This is one little thing. It's all right.
Somebody's going to owe a little bit of a box of beer for that. Shot from the point. Back. Strayer hits Sofer.
Wonder what that gear is out there. It doesn't. That's not a puck out there.
Is that my cell phone? What's my cell phone doing out there? What the heck?
Stop taking selfies, Dave. Strayer
with it. Strayer centering. Oh, Schneider can't collect that. Yeah.
Cracked open.
Hey, and a big thank you to Michael and Josh on the cameras and the buttons in the back. They're doing all the hard work. I'm just here talking, which I do really well. I talk a lot. I can't collect it. Schneider on the blue line. Schneider. Little flick to Sofer. Centering to Schneider. Schneider scores! The rust. A little bit of CRC during the break, perhaps.
Yeah, 5-hole Reason. And did a really good job of being in the right place at the right time, coming straight down the slot with some speed, and he gets a good pass right in front. Reason has no chance. 5-hole him, coming across. You're going to see the pass here. He reaches behind, takes a very fast shot. Reason not expecting it, and 1-0 the score for the SkyCity Stampede.
And Schneider, here's a chance for Schneider against Tappan. Schneider steps past Tappan. Can't quite tuck it in. Some great maneuvering, though. It's pretty to watch, isn't it?
You know, while you're thinking about that, there are a lot of those misses, and you're right. And that's a big
chance
miss here.
for Lockie Freer. Lockie, great opportunity, good shot, but great, even a better save by Reason. Big thanks to Ted and Dan Graham, who run this place, lovers of hockey.
Goal! He got
Huge
it.
Miss. What a...
Bradley Apps with that one. Let's see that again. That is a surprise. It was just a quick turnover.
Yeah, it was just a missed puck. Really narrow.
Nobody was expecting a shot there or anything.
No, it was, I don't know. I don't think it was a shot. I think it was more of just a tap Yeah, no.
That was a shot. It was just he was missed against the boards.
McIntosh on the point, back to McCollum. And a
No goal.
spectacular shot rolling across the goal line. And it's batted up and out. Boy, how many get out of jail free cards can you have in one game? Hasselmore drops the puck. Schneider wins. Freer dumps it in. Strayer can't feed. It's railed up. Kept in by Freer. Freer losing it to Apps. Apps tap. Scores! Strayer, Schneider in the back of the net. Again, kind of like nothing in it, but I think the momentum was moving out.
There was nothing in it, but there was a big mistake by Bradley Apps there, who was a little bit lazy with a pass. We'll see that there, and it's turned over, and Schneider makes no mistake with a wrister that goes right by Reason.
Canterbury looked like they were marching it out, which kind of got them moving in that direction. Unfortunate for them. Mitchell Freer forced to chase as Ball chases, contains, passes in front, and Graham couldn't get a handle on that soon enough. Boyle, I believe, who just...
The defense was Daniel Monk there, and that goes up and out.
Yeah.
The likelihood is they will carry a one-goal advantage into tomorrow's game. And that's sent.
Shot off an ankle, and that ends it.
That does end it. The home fans get to go home with an exciting win, which is great for them. But this is definitely not over.
No.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time. It's time to figure out who is going to advance from this semifinal into the Burgle Cup. Joel, you had a couple of notices. Noticed a few things on the lineup sheets. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so a few changes in the Stampede lineup tonight. We've got Ryan Strayer out on injury, so best of luck to him. If he's listening, just want to shout out and say we're all looking out for you, mate. We've got McRae back as well, Stampede legend. So that's going to add a big boost to the locker room and a little bit on the goal scoring too.
All right.
Then we've got Harry McCard, man with one of the best flows in all. Down with the women's team in Dunedin,
right?
On coaching duty, so he's not here tonight. Another man with great flow.
There you go.
Yeah.
So lots of changes for the Stampede, so we'll get set up here in just a moment. I think a couple of lineup special things for the semifinals here.
Yeah.
And we're getting a couple of things right for the live stream, so the technical team is working things out here. We'll that's all getting sorted out. And then I guess I can talk about this while we're going here. A reminder, this is actually period 4 of the game coming up here.
That's
right.
True,
so although it's 0-0 on the score, it's 2-1 really.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. And since we are about to get started here, I'm going to jump over to my spot.
Yep.
And start the call. So hopefully everybody can hear me while that's going on. So apologies if there's any bit of a video problem there, but we are underway. And the Stampede have to get it out of their zone. They throw it all the way down, going for an early icing. Dan Nichols back first to get that stopped, and the Red Devils jump out to an offensive opportunity early, just 13 seconds into the game.
Good to get that first one out of the way, Matt.
It is, Joel. It's the other one's the first shot. We'll see how that happens here. And Brooks is set up to go. Face off. Or with it, won by Schneider. Schneider's going to take it out of the corner, trying to pass it, but he gives it up. Eden had it for just a moment. Nichols at the point. Long shot in, blocked to the side, sent out, and Nichols recovers in neutral, dumps in. Everybody's on side. Jackson Fontaine in the forecheck. Back to Eden. Eden trying to get away from Schneider. Eden knocked over, no call, although it was looked for by the benches. And Nichols points low back to go and pick up the icing. And the Red Devils are going to get a change here. And early on, the Stampede have to stay out.
Devils coming out strong there, getting that first shot away on net, fighting hard along the boards.
Yeah, and yesterday they were outshot 2-to-1 ratio. So that 2-to-1 ratio is not a good one for them. They need to get more shots on the board, and it looks like that point's been driven home. Face-off won by the Stampede, and they look to get it out with Sofer. He's going to send it neutral ice, but deflected to Tappan and then to Lowe. Lowe's going to work past Sofer, sends it in. McCarg with it. Boole harasses. Dallimore goes and kicks it into the zone, but it comes right back out. And Freer dumps for the chase. Tappan holds on to it behind Reason's net. Reason starting again today after a good outing yesterday, just giving up 2 goals to the recent addition of Matt Schneider. And that shot deflected and up into the stands just over the ice, or over the boards, the glass.
Yeah, well, you know, with the shots on net for Canterbury, you know that would have been discussed in the end of game meeting last night, that, yeah, they've got to get in there and get their shots away, get their chances.
Yeah, I think officially it was 48-24. We'll do that face-off over again. That is not a ratio they're looking for. They need more quality in their offensive options here. Another face-off in the defensive zone for the Red Devils. They collect that. That's Hopkins. He's going to get it up to Dodwell. Dodwell gets it to neutral, but turned over to McCarg. McCarg sends it back past Harrison, and back to Mason Reese as the Devils get it back to neutral, and back and forth we go. Freer with it, backhand into neutral. Hopkins to chase, and Reese. Reese is going to get it. The Stampede to go for a line change, and that puck works its way out to neutral. Long pass ahead. And Alex Dam not able to catch up to that one. Amston has it for the Stampede. He's going to move and skate through neutral a little too quickly there, it looked like. And because of that, he kind of just let it go. That is not going to go for an icing. And the Stampede hold on to it, looking to get things set up. Haynes passes that to McCarg. McCarg up to Amston. Amston gets knocked away. And that goes to the other McCarg. And Brown just able enough to get that puck out to neutral, stop play for an offside.
Yeah, I think we need to see the Stampede settle down a little bit here. They seem a bit anxious, you know, trying to make things happen, but yeah, they'll settle into it.
And that face-off one, and Nichols has it as he skates through neutral and dumps in. Graham's going to chase it up the other side, but Haynes gets there first, sends it around. That goes out of the zone. Brown backing up as Carson Pratt comes in fast. Reason tips it away from Nichols, but Nichols is there defensively for the Red Devils, and that puck goes out to neutral. Coyle with it, and the Stampede get reset. Van Sickle with it. Carson Pratt. Carson Pratt looking to gain the zone. He does that, comes in. Nichols hits him on the side boards, turns it over. Eden looking for it, but Coyle's got it at the right point. Sends a long shot into Reason. Reason gloves it, holds on to it, stops play, and we'll get a face-off.
Going back to those shots on net last night, you know, it doesn't bode well, but then you can look at the other way, that your goalie just held you in at taking 48 shots on only giving up 2. Reason was just standing on his head.
That's very true, and that is Matt taking that one, winning the face-off, and that goes to Freer and back to Lowe. Sofer collecting it in the back against the boards, working hard. Schneider right out in front. He whips a pass, or a shot really just above Reason's head that goes straight out, and a face-off coming. That's a offensive zone face-off for the Stampede. SkyCity Stampede would like to thank its sponsors, including its naming sponsors, SkyCity Queenstown. McRae with it, passed in. And as that fight, they fight along the board, Schneider's there. He's now on the top line tonight, coming over from the second line, back to where he's probably more accustomed. And the Red Devils break out 3-on-2. Eden up the left side, he holds on, sends a shot in. Brooks knocks it away, couldn't hold it in the glove, but he got enough on it to move it to the side. And the Devils trying to get that through neutral, but that's turned over to Coyle. Coyle comes in, back and forth we go. Or with a great nifty move, but the pass up to Eden, he's going to take a shot, rebound, And another shot, Eden not really able to get much on it, looking for a rebound. Jackson Fontaine sitting there waiting for Brooks to give something up, but he doesn't and stops play. So Joel, what do you think as far as the first 4 minutes? Fast enough for you?
Yep, looking good. A lot of back and forth, not a lot of time in the neutral zone. Stampede is cycling it well. Yeah, looking good so far.
McCarg against Bull. Bull wins that, but that's turned over quickly. Dallimore can't hold on to it, and that's flipped out to neutral. May go for an icing. Looks like it will, and it does. Mason Reese wins the race. Yeah, the tempo of this game, this feels like we never stopped. It's not a feel-out process like it was yesterday in the first period.
Yep.
This is ready, set, go.
As you said, fourth period.
Fourth period,
We're
yep.
away.
We are away. So face-off coming. Same two are going to go at it, McCarg and Bull. And we'll see how this drops. And one warning. Face-off won by the Stampede. True has it in the corner. Sends it around past Dallimore. Freer with it. Freer's going to break out. Looking for Harrison, but he does saucer pass that one up. And Apps gets there. Then sends around to Reason to Hopkins. And then back to Apps to Hopkins. And the Red Devils trying to get out of their zone here. Once again, having a bit of a problem doing so with a couple of errant passes. But they do get it over to Bradley Apps, and Apps is looking for the breakout pass. Long pass out in front. Freer with it. Big turnover by Apps. Freer gets a good shot off on Reason, and Reason was up to the task. Reese with it. And True beats him to that puck, and it stays in the corner. That's kind of squeezed out, and Hopkins has to play that out. Dallimore looking to just get it out. He flips it adeptly so there's no icing. And Hayden Bull doing a great job of forechecking, allowing for a change for the Red Devils that was desperately needed. Back to Nichols at neutral. He's going to slap it in. It's a shot. Brooks just knocks it aside with the pad, and we continue on with McCarg coming up 1-on-4. He loses the puck, turns it over, and back up the Red Devils come. And see, that goes to Dodwell in the corner. That's turned right back around, inside, outside. That did cross back over a little inadvertently. Dodwell put that in offside, so we're going to stop play and a neutralized face-off.
I think that line's going to pay good dividends in coming into this game. Having Van Sickle and McCarg, both good hands, good speed, aggressive players. It's going to create some opportunities.
Face-off won by the Stampede. Freer has it, and he turns it over into neutral. Low with it. Back to Nichols. He's going to send it in while it was offside. Everybody touches up. Freer has it now and sets up behind Brooks. Looks to break that out. They do a good job. You get a 3-on-3 here with some speed. Van Sickle's going to take the shot, and a goal! Van Sickle with a shot. Traffic in front of Reason, and that makes it 1-0 today and 3-1 for the Stampede.
That's just great placement from Van Sickle there, going that blocker side.
Yeah, you can see
beautiful shot.
Yeah, the replay as he's coming through, crosses the blue line, waits, and takes that shot at a perfect moment as Sean Brown gets in front of Reason's line of sight.
Just before he can go down there.
And then he gets it right past Reason to the right. And an important goal as Sky City Stampede are out in front by 2 goals in the 2-game series.
Huge goal to open the account.
And that's Haynes with it. He's going to keep going here and put the pressure down. This is where the Stampede can be so dangerous when they score multiple goals in short periods of time. The Red Devils need to respond here. That's dumped in, 2-on-3. Seisha with it up the right side, looking for Graham, but that doesn't quite get through the crease to him. Hitting the corner here, and Schneider walks that out for just a moment. Schneider circles around up to the point. That's brought in and turned over to the Red Devils. Graham with it. And that does get to neutral, but the Red Devils go for a change. Stampede doing what they can to set up another offensive opportunity. And instead, they actually go dump and chase and get their own line. Through neutral. Looking for Eden, and it didn't happen there. So up to Harrison. Harrison flips it. I think that hit the that actually did hit some of the building there, but they didn't
looked like
stop
he threaded the needle.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, like only a Queenstown player can.
And that shot in is turned right back from Reason. That did not clear, but that this puck does go out. Eden's coming up the right side, chasing on a forecheck 2-on-2 or up front as well, but that goes around to Freer. Freer gets it into neutral, and then we go back with Reese. And then Eden's going to gain with some speed. He takes a shot. It was a 4-on-3 opportunity for the Red Devils, but couldn't get a clean shot off. Reese dumps it back in, Coyle with it, and everybody gets set up for the Stampede. Passed across. Brown's going to collect this puck. He sends it back to Nichols. Nichols looks to set up for the Devils. That's passed up to Fontaine. He can't hold on to it. Van Sickle collects, and that gets to Harrison. And a fortunate opportunity for Brown as he collected it in the defensive zone, gets it back to True, and back and forth we go. Nichols to collect here in the corner. He spins around. That does not get out. Nichols gets it again, misses it. I think that's Fontaine with it. Nope, sorry, that's Bull. And back to Nichols. And the Red Devils skated out into neutral. A little flip up. This will go for icing. It did not quite get to the red line, and that little chip shot was a little too much. So icing the call against the Red Devils.
Eagle-eyed refs there. The Red Devils thought they could sneak one change through there, but nope, it's all over them.
And Schneider's going to take the face-off. This face-off brought to you by NASCO Factory. NASCO Factory is sponsor of SkyCity Stampede. As the Eden gets repositioned, face-off dropped, and the puck dropped behind the goal. Brown's got it. He's going to flip it off the boards, but that was expected by McCrae. And it does not get out. Stays at the point for just a moment here, and then it does. And the Red Devils 2-on-3 here at Bradley Apps. Yesterday's goal scorer takes a shot, knocked down, and a funny pass. Brooks has to make kind of a second save. It was an own shot, if you will. And then it goes back out to neutral. Very low with it, sends it back to Schneider. And the Stampede look for an offensive opportunity. Schneider gets his pocket picked, and there's going to be an opportunity here by the captain. Pervers got it. He outskates his man, but he's got to go around at an angle. He can't hold on to the puck. Dallimore with a hard angle shot there. He kind of just bounces out, and Schneider's going to get an opportunity to get his in the corner here. He can't really get a shot off, but right out in front. And good defense by Lowe, saving an opportunity right in front of Reason's net. Back to neutral. McCrae's going to chase this down, and that is offsides. Offsides is the call.
Preempted it a little bit too much and just got a little ahead of the puck there.
So with almost half of this period gone, I'd have to say, Joel, the Stampede have been on it immediately. Now, there were the first couple of minutes the Red Devils were going, but since then, this has been the Stampede taking out almost every opportunity in the last 6 minutes here.
Well, this is where the Stampede will shine. Big games, you know, the big moments, they live for them.
And Hopkins with it. And he's going to try to get that to Dam. Dam does get that to neutral. Harrison has it for the Stampede, sent in. And a funny bounce. Reason takes care of it, back to Dam. Dam can't get it out. Flipped back in by Amston. Out in front for McCarr. McCarr can't get anything on that. And that's sent down, and Amston collects. Trying to get a line change for the Devils here. A couple of fresh players. Right out in front, McCarr can't get anything on it, and play stops as the net comes off its moorings. No changes allowed because of that, deemed to be part of the play. So another face-off in the offensive zone for the Stampede. Joel, this is really just, I wouldn't say this is any kind of rout. Don't get me wrong. It's just the ebb and flow of this game. 6 minutes, the last 6 or 7 minutes has been all yellow.
Just carrying that momentum through from last night, I think. And that big goal from Van Sickle as well. That's going to help buoy the boys up.
So for Van Sickle, that is actually, that's only his 3rd goal of the season. So a big deal for him to get on the score sheet. and not rely on the stars, as both teams have. Red Devils coming out 3-on-3. They gain the zone, flipped in, rebound, and sent back to Van Sickle. Shot by Nichols. Funny bounce that hit something, came up, hit Brooks in the shoulder, then he puts his hand on it and stops play.
That was a strange one. It looked like almost it got redirected, a little deflection, but there was no stick there.
There was nothing there. It was almost like it hit a pop in the ice and popped right up. Yeah, so those are the kind of redirects that are pretty handy when they come from
well and
ghosts.
truly, you're not going to say no, are you?
No, not at all. Face-off won by the Devils. Shot in and deflected away by Brooks. That was Eden trying to take a quick one off the face-off. Heavy hit onto McCarg, and then Van Sickle's rubbed off the play. That comes back to Fontaine, to Orr. Orr's trying to break this out. Nichols, Orr, and Orr's going to try to take this straight up, which is a different approach for them, but it works. He gains the zone. Shot and a big rebound by Brooks there, but it didn't really come to anything. That's knocked down with a high stick. And apparently it was a Red Devils high stick, so the play continues. And that's Brown with it.
It does look like the Red Devils are trying to get more shots on tonight. They're taking those opportunities wherever they can get them. It's good to see.
Amston with it. Off to True in the neutral. Back to Amston. He's looking for a longer pass. That's intercepted. And Brown with it. He's going to skate out. Long pass up to Perver. That no icing here as Perver did get a stick on it. And Amston, well, it's been brought down a little bit, but incidental contact, so we continue on here. Amston has it. He's looking for another long pass cross ice. He makes that connection up to Schneider. Schneider all alone. Reason with a big stop. Second stop in the glove. Schneider had a little bit, he was handcuffed just a little bit, couldn't really get a full shot off, and it's a good thing because Reason just got over there and stopped play.
Had Soffa coming in behind there, and that's where Reason really shined last night as well. As you said, 48 shots, he only let through 2. He's doing good things out there.
This face-off brought to you by Concrete Brothers, and this is McCarg taking that face-off. They win it. Harrison gets a shot. Tappan's going to send it around to Graham. Graham looks to get it out. That's deflected. Up to Bull. Bull taps it. And Haynes is going to collect that in the corner for the Stampede. Gets back out to neutral. Tappan with it. He's got to be careful with Harrison right on him. He sends it away. And the Devils hold on to possession here carefully as they look to get a chance coming in the zone. They gain the zone. Dump and Chase Dallimore going to try to find that one, but it was Freer there first, and that kicks back out to neutral. That's offside. They'll reset. Brooks knocking it around, and now they're clear. Harrison with it. Pass intercepted, but then it's turned right back to Lachlan Freer. Right in front, shot knocked away. Freer with it again, and it's turned over. Passed up. And Dallimore's going to take a wrister from a long ways out. That was mostly to just get play stopped. It didn't work. He held on to it. Long pass and a poke check by Reason to knock that away from Max McCarg. And the other brother, McCarg, Harrison with it for just a moment. Then it turned right around. Orr's going to take it, gain the zone. 3-on-3 here. And he's held up by Carson Pratt, but that gets to Eden. Eden's going to go behind the net, look for a pass that doesn't quite get through the crease, and the Stampede hold on to that one. Everybody gets onside again, and Coyle holds on to it. Long pass intercepted again, but it bounced through on Fontaine's stick, got to McCarg. Some fancy stick work holding on to the puck there in the corner. And he gets it to Van Sickle. Van Sickle looking for somebody to pass to. Goes out to the point. Amston with it. Amston passes. McCarg has it out in front. Van Sickle spins and shoots. Not on target. Nichols collects it in the far corner. Looks for an outlet pass. Goes past Eden. McRae sends it in. Dump and chase. And the Stampede are going to get a free change here. Fontaine sends it forward. And Bull's got it. Out in front of goal! Hayden Bull with his third of the year, just as unlikely, taking the shot and beating Brooks low. Let's see that one again if we can. I don't think we can.
That's some great work from the Red Devils. They've really been dominating that neutral zone at the moment.
Yes.
They're passing really well through there, getting those opportunities. Little 1-2, you get Bull on the left there open, pots it, 1-1.
Yeah, and they've been very deliberate in how they've been passing in the neutral zone, allowing them to take some long shots that you pointed out.
Absolutely.
Those longer shots leading to more opportunities deep
Rebounds,
in the zone.
Tips, all these things.
And it's working for the Devils, and after a couple of minutes of trying, they cracked the door open on Brooks. 3-2 the aggregate score, 1-1 this afternoon. And we have just over 5 minutes to go in this first or fourth period, depending on how you put it. Saisho's got it. He's going to knock it to neutral. And True's going to collect. True's got it. Back out. And Saisho bothering, allowing that pass to get intercepted. Graham with it. He actually hit. He was just going to dump that in off the glass, and it hit what those of you that are wrestling fans would call the turnbuckle.
The turnbuckle, yeah. Well, at least it's the puck hitting. You don't want to see players hitting that. It usually doesn't end too well.
Yeah, it happened last night.
I saw that. That was rough.
That was rough. So that turnbuckle getting a lot of action, and a face-off by Perver. 1 to neutral. Lowe's going to have it and dumps it very nicely, gently in there, and gets it all the way back to the corner where he digs it out. And the puck goes behind, and that's going to get passed out to Schneider. Schneider gets that knocked off his stick for a moment. Sofer's got it. Again, picked pretty cleanly there by Lowe. And that's turned back over to Mike McRae. McRae up to Schneider. Schneider not able to do anything, but he's going to spin. He's got a big shot there, but he chooses to pass, trying to get it into Sofer, and can't do it. Schneider knocks that down. It's a hand pass, but it's not forward, so they allow play to continue. Sofer's got it. That's turned over to McRae, and Reason, well, he had it in his equipment. He just didn't know quite where there, and he makes the stop.
That's exactly where you want a stoppage too. Slow everything down a little bit. You don't need McRae and Schneider cycling in front of your net there. That's not what you want as a goalie.
No, and it's going to get that line off the ice. So a quick win for the Red Devils here, and a face-off in their defensive zone. Puck dropped and won by the Devils. They're going to break that out. Flipped up nicely to Joe Orr, but it goes just a little bit past his stick. And up to Harrison. Nichols knocks it back to neutral. Eden has it. Eden looking for the pass. He gets it to Dan Nichols. That one's intercepted and does not get out of the zone right away. Another dangerous opportunity, but luckily goes by. Jackson Fontaine with a good move, looks for the pass, but that's tipped away before it gets to Eden. Back to Nichols. He's going to send that in. And that was knocked away from Brooks. Easy rebound into the corner. Turn over to Eden. Nichols. Nichols slaps high into the glass. And that goes to Harrison. Harrison 1-on-2, but he's got some help coming. Shot deflected off the glove. Shot in on the crease right in front. Scramble for it. Another shot, nothing doing. And Eden carefully works that out, but McCarg brings it back in quickly. And Brown collects as the Red Devils exhale with a sigh of relief on that one.
That was some great vision by Reason there.
And it's turnover, McCarg right in front. And that was a huge play, just as Brown was looking down the way to make a long pass. He had his stick lifted by McCarg, and McCarg steals it right out in front. Reason basically just saving the day once again.
Absolutely. That was a great sequence of events. He must have made 3 saves, and I'm pretty sure he only saw one of the pucks.
This faceoff brought to you by AWS Legal. That's going to be held up. Carson Pratt, and I think that's Brown again. Although I'm not positive on the number. Might be Orr.
It's Bull, actually.
It's Bull. There you go. 93, not 9. So shot and rebound, heavy rebound. Another shot. Doesn't get through. Flipped out to neutral. And that is offsides. Fortunately, that little sand wedge of a shot get just enough past the blue line to settle things down again.
Great block by the Red Devils right in front of the net there, and you're going to see a lot more of that. You know, there's a lot on the line this game. boys know what it's for. They're going to be putting their bodies on the line.
So a face-off at neutral ice. Bull's going to take this one against Carson Pratt. Bull's got a very good record with face-offs, and once again, he wins it. Dallimore looks for the pass, but that was, not intercepted, then passed back to Bull by Apps. And some forechecking, but nothing connecting quite yet. Lowe sends it in. Lowe sends it behind Brooks. Looking for a pass out front, but that's deflected into the corner. And another good pass. That was to Carson Pratt, and his pass to Van Sickle was intercepted. The Red Devils look to get set up once again. A little bit of a dangerous puck position there, and then a pass. It's supposed to be across the ice, didn't get there. Shot by Carson Pratt, deflected behind.
It was a great little takeaway from Van Sickle there.
Sure was, and that pass goes all the way down. That's going to be, looks like it was played, so no icing here. And the Stampede continue to try to look for long opportunities. It's working so far with a long pass for them, whereas the Red Devils need to do exactly the opposite and do a little bit more carrying. Shot, rebound, and held by Reason. Amston with a good opportunity right in front, and that one-timer goes right into the pads.
He's such a great defenseman to have on your side. He's big, he skates well, he's got nice hands, good shots, very reliable, jumps into the rush when he needs to.
Yeah, Amston's got really good positioning. He seems to be in the right spot at the right time.
Absolutely.
And he's been a very valuable member of this series so far. Amston with it, speaking of, and he's going to pass that up to Schneider. Schneider up to McRae. And that's dumped back to Sofer, but not on the stick, and then right in front. True's got it out high, shot behind. McRae can't do anything with it. Schneider's getting a bit of a, hi, how are you from Reason. A cross-check being called, but I'm not sure exactly who's going to go for this one. Do you know, Joel?
No, I'm not sure. I missed that. I was watching what was going on behind the net there.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing Reason, and so it's going to be Sean Brown that's going to go for 2 minutes here for a cross-check. Didn't see that one myself. I just was paying attention to Schneider and Reason having words.
Yep.
But Schneider's still out there for the power play, and they win it back to Anston. Anston holds it at the right point.
Yep.
Sent in and around. Back to McCarg, to Harris, or to Sofer, to Amston. Shot deflected. Schneider couldn't do anything with it there as it went zipping by him. Back out to Amston. Amston with a long cross-ice pass to McRae. McRae can't hold it. In deep to McCarg. Out to Schneider. Schneider's holding. Schneider's holding. Pass is low. Back to Schneider to McRae. Back to McCarg. He's going to sit in the corner, look for a pass to the point. McRae, long shot, looking for that pass to Sofer, but Sofer can't knock that out of the air, but he does collect it. We continue on. He sits in the low corner looking for a cross-ice pass. His guy was there, McRae, looking for it. He was all alone, but they couldn't connect on that one-timer from a deep angle, and they have to reset. Schneider's going to come in up the right side, cross-ice pass all the way across, then tipped over. Eden can't get that out. And the Stampede continue on this very good power play to start with. That's deflected into the corner. Lowe's going to knock that out. The period's going to come to an end here well before the power play ends. Shot by Amston.
Right
no
on the
rebound
buzzer.
given up, and that is the buzzer for the first/4th period here. And the teams trade goals. So 1-1 the score this afternoon, but that means it's 3-2 in the aggregate, still with the Stampede on top. And we're gonna go to intermission here pretty quickly here and try to sort out some of our technical issues here. Thank you for sticking with us. Hopefully you can hear everything just fine, and we will continue calling the game. Second intermission action coming back to you from the Queenstown Ice Arena in about 12 minutes. We'll see you then. Joel, thank you very much. We'll see you in the third period.
Very welcome.
All right. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Queenstown Ice Arena. Joel, that's quite a first period we had.
What action.
Back and forth, wasn't it?
Yep, absolutely. And it's just great to see 1-1 score going into the second/fifth period.
Yep.
It's going to make great following 2 periods of hockey.
Yep. Now, before we continue on with the men's game here, we do have an update. The NZIHL, which you're
absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
So if you don't want to hear the scores from the NZIHL
pause now.
game, pause now, or no, block your ears.
There we go.
Wakatipu Wild 7 against the Dunedin Women's Thunder to 2.
All right. And the other game is still in action, so
Yeah,
we're going to head back over here.
Absolutely.
And start to call this one. Now, again, Joel, you long shifts, and we were talking earlier about strategy, how the Stampede were looking at long passing in order to get the Red Devils broken open, whereas the Red Devils were looking for short passes.
Straight through that neutral zone there.
Three zone steps and trying to get through as quickly as
moving it up, trying to get that odd man rush on the Stampede. Which has been working. They've been getting some great opportunities on net, but luckily Brooksy's been up to the task.
And don't forget, we are under a power play. So second period action to start here at the Queenstown Ice Arena. The Stampede win that face-off, and 39 seconds to go on the power play for the Stampede. And they set up the cycle. They let McCarg go there. He comes in with a good shot on Reason, and we've started this second period with a bang. McCray behind the net of Reason looking for a pass. McCarg out front, but that's shot in on Reason. Reason does it again. That was dangerous. Also, the third shot in by Schneider. And Sofer gets it to McCarg. McCarg shot over, hits glass to McCray, and that stays in. Amston with it. Shot hits the board, and that one hits high off the glass and goes all the way down. I have no idea how they cleared that penalty without getting scored on, but Joel, that was a big one.
It was. It was good to see the power play clicking, because you've got McRae and Schneider who haven't played together in so long, but chemistry's still there.
Pass forward by Lowe. That's tipped up by Orr. Jackson Fontaine looking to get that puck from Freer, but he loses an edge. That puck goes back out to the center, and Brown's got to chase that one down. It goes for an icing as that went over his head, and that stops the Fury for just a moment here. That was 79 seconds of absolute terror for the Red Devils, but to be fair to them, they came through it.
They did a good job
3
to kill
shots.
that off. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Stampede power play, that's for sure.
Or to take this one, and we're getting close to the drop, and we'll hold on for just a second here as they reposition. Orr wins that one. Eden with a shot. That's deflected off a skate, doesn't go anywhere other than to a corner. Brown collects it at neutral, look for a pass, back to Orr. Orr's going to chase that down. And Nichols is going to try to get that out of his zone. He does that. Fontaine looking for the cross-ice pass. Eden brings it in, gains the zone over to Orr. Orr's, well, Freer had a bit of his stick there, and that kind of held everything up. And the Red Devils not going to get the icing here. Brown gets it away from Van Sickle's forecheck. Nichols passes long up to Eden. Eden looking for another pass. He misses Orr. That's just going to go back harmlessly into the defensive zone. Nichols throws it in. Rebound off of Coyle. And Eden with a shot. Orr with a, looked like a quick rebound opportunity, but he also hit the net. And Brooks does what he can in order to, let's see that out again. That's passed out. Long shot in by Orr.
That unlucky bounce off the shins there. Straight to the stick, gets a great opportunity.
So close. You can see the water bottle move, but the puck wasn't what did it. That actually just came off its moorings there. And Perver to take this one against McCarg. McCarg wins that. Sent all the way out, but that's going to go for an icing probably.
Oh,
no, that was it. Yeah, Harrison got there first and canceled it. This one will. No, will not. Coyle could have played that. So back and forth we go. SkyCity up on the forecheck. Excellent hit as he takes out Coyle. and Reese takes a hit from the point. Physicality starting out here. SkyShow's game is to get under the skin and get a couple of hip checks in, and he's doing that right now. Perber with it. He sends it behind to SkyShow, overskates the puck. And that's a high sticking coming in. It looks like SkyShow's going to go for that. It hit him in the back of the head. And that is going to be a penalty, although it did not look like a high stick symbol or a signal from the referee. So maybe an elbow, not sure. But I do believe it's going to be a 2-minute shot to the head.
Shot to the head.
Yeah, that is going to be a 2-minute call against Justin SkyShow, and that puts the Stampede back on the power play.
Got the number 1 power play unit out there again. Let's see what they can do this time around.
This faceoff brought to you by Cook Brothers Construction. Schneider in the circle. Fontaine waiting quickly for it, and it won by the Stampede. Back to the point, Amston with it. Shot and deflection as that goes up into the railings.
The Red Devils going to have to be careful here because they've got that long change. If they get hemmed in their zone here for minute 30, they're going to get tuckered out pretty quickly.
Yep, short-handed chances happened in the second period. One by the Stampede out to McCray to Sofer. Sofer sits in the low corner looking for a pass, goes behind the net. Out to McCray. McCray can't hold on to it from McCarg, and McCray is going to have to reset. Got Eden out on his forecheck, and then up to, let's see, McCarg's going to bring up the left side and sit in the corner, unmolested by the box that they're playing as everybody's keyed in on Schneider. Amston on the high point. McCarg's going to walk that in. He gets it taken away from him, and that's sent all the way down. Chris Eden's going to send it in on Brooks. Brooks mishandles it. He's got to send that out quickly. And that turnover goes all the way back, and Brooks is going to reset as a new line comes out for the Red Devils.
Good change by the Devils there.
Skated hard right up the right side by McCarg. And that goes behind Reason. Held on by Sofer in the corner. McCray is going to skate that back out to the top. Amston with a shot. Held in the glove by Reason as he saw that one coming in. Handcuffed him for a minute, but he did hold on to it.
Yeah, there's a bit of traffic, but I think you got a little glimpse of it as the players came across there.
So the power play currently at 46 seconds remaining in it. Haynes is going to take this one. This face-off is brought to you by
Bert
the
Haynes
filter.
on the draw.
Freer gets it. And that was Lachlan Freer going to the low corner. McCray to Freer. That's Mitchell. To McCarg. To Freer. Freer with a shot. That's knocked down in traffic right in front. And Haynes is looking for anything he can get. Shot. And a glove save. That was a whistler by Lachlan Freer at the near point. But Reason seeing that the whole way through and makes the stop. Another face-off coming. So, Joel, we got 17 seconds left here. A couple of good opportunities for the Stampede so far, but nothing in front, which is a win for the Red Devils right now.
You have to be very careful of the Red Devil player coming out of the box as well.
Carson Pratt with a shot. This is wide. Eden with a bad pass. That gets turned over, but Fontaine collects. Skates backwards, looking for some friends. That's turned over. Van Sickle has it in the corner, looking for a long pass to McCarg there. And that is taken away from him. Eden with a pass up to Fontaine. Fontaine can't hold on to it. Carson Pratt collects in neutral. Swatted away by SkyShow. And Van Sickle sends it through. Mason Reese collects it behind Reason's net. And a penalty coming. Reason's out of his net, so we're going to get 6-on-5. Eden's going to gain the zone. Look for something here. He holds on to it. And it's right out in front. But, well, no, there was no penalty. I have no idea why Reason was about to go off there. Reason started skating almost to the blue line and then came back out as they did not get a penalty there. Schneider in traffic as he tries to navigate 3 or 4 Red Devils players. Can't do it. And then Bradley Apps holds onto it, looks for a pass up to Dallimore. Dallimore 1-on-2. Good move with the backhand. Goes through the crease, but not on target. Poole with it, and then Schneider wins it away, looking for an outlet. That's turned over. Dallimore looking for Bull, but he couldn't get it there. Schneider with it. He's going to come up 2-on-3. Gains the zone. Knocked off the puck low with a great defensive effort, but that goes around to McCray. McCray's got it. Looking for help. Goes out to the point. That shot behind the glass, and Sofer collects back to Schneider in the low corner. Double teamed, and that is a heck of a goal. That was behind the goal line.
God.
He hit Reason from behind. We got to see this again.
McRae just hasn't lost that touch.
That is insane. McRae behind the goal line. Look at the angle on this. Pass and a shot coming up right here.
Has he hit it off the inside leg pad there?
Yes, he hit Reason from behind, and Reason had no reason to think that it was coming at him.
No pun intended.
Put it right at him.
Wow.
And
you can't get a sharper angle goal than that.
No, that was a negative angle goal. So that brings it to 2-1 this afternoon, just like yesterday's was. So the aggregate 4-2, and the Red Devils, they are now going to be thinking about, well, a little bit of pressure. They've got 33 minutes to sort this out. So I don't think they're going to be playing with too much desperation yet, but the thought now enters your mind because you are 2 behind, and Brooks has been tough to solve. This faceoff brought to you by the film crew. Perver takes that. He loses that one to the Stampede.
Shout out to Joe from the film crew there.
There you go. And Brown skating that one down, making sure that's icing, so that'll come all the way back. No changes for the Stampede, of course. Same 5 out there. Freer, McCarg, Harrison, True, and Anston. And for the Red Devils, Perver, Nichols, Sysho, Graham, and Brown. Face-off won by the Stampede again. A major factor in this game is yesterday, that puck hadn't quite gotten to the line yet. They went ahead and whistled it anyways for the eventuality. And the linesman really didn't want to hear that. And that's going to go back for another icing. So, Joel, I guess strategically from the Red Devils' point of view, they have been doing better, moving the puck and getting more opportunities.
Absolutely.
But they need to get a bit more dangerous ones.
Exactly.
And they need to get more face-offs. Freer with it. He sends it around backwards to Harrison. Harrison's going to break out. Through Eden's legs. Great pass. Shot by McCarg and gobbled up by Reason. No rebound as Freer was lurking with intent.
That's where, draws a little crowd. That's where Aston Brooks is so good. You know, he's redirects his rebounds really, really well. He's got great puck control, really good awareness in the net. And very, very unshakable. So, the Red Devils got their work cut out for them tonight.
They do, and it's, like I said, it's not running out of time quite yet, but they do need to get the offense tilted like they did in the first period tonight.
Yeah, give the boys a bit of a bump.
Yeah, Carson Pratt to take this one against Orr. This faceoff brought to you by James Allen Photography. Won by the Devils. Nichols has it. That's sent into the glass and out to neutral to Freer. Freer has it. He flips it forward, but Nichols is sitting there waiting for it. Long pass across ice. Eden with it. He's going to saucer it across and picked up by Fontaine, but not quite, and that's turned back over. 2-on-2 here. Van Sickle up the left side. Good move right in front. The puck sits in the crease for a moment. That backhand didn't go as high as Van Sickle wanted. Shot. That goes behind and collected by McCarg. And that puck is on the ground there for just a moment. Carson Pratt couldn't get that out, and Coyle's got it now. He's going to send that in. Everybody onside. Nichols in that same corner looking to get it out. It hits the glass. Goes to neutral, and Freer's there. I think I've seen this before. But this one's turned over to Orr. Orr comes up the right side. He looks for a pass. Fontaine in front. Shot. And that goes left. Off the boards, out to Brown. Brown at the point. Goes behind to Coyle. And McRae's going to get there first. McRae looking to set that up. That goes to Thomas Coyle again. Turned over by Bull. Bull flips it in. Eden was looking for it, but he wasn't quite there. Dallimore sends it around, and that's going to Bull and Coyle get there first. Coyle tries to take a shot, but misses a little bit, and the puck does get to the team in yellow. McRae with it to Schneider. Schneider gets it behind him, gains the zone, holds on to it, and it's stolen away by Dallimore. Coyle with a long shot that was off sides, and Sofer drives that back around to the near point again to Schneider. Schneider gets that pulled away from him once again, but turned over by Dallimore to Sofer to Schneider, and Schneider gets a stick lifted again, and nothing quite happening, but it's dangerous, and Amston overskates that when he took his eye off of it. He's going to have to collect that in neutral. Dallimore looking for it. That pass is deflected in by Sofer to the back boards. And the Red Devils look to set something up, as they've been a little bit off for a good moment here. SkyCity has it, and that's passed forward and back out. SkyCity's going to have to deal with that at neutral, as he's got two Stampede digging away at it. Goes to Harrison. Harrison gives it to McCard. McCard overskates it just a little bit. Apps sends it around Mason Reese in the corner, and he's going to send that out. That does go out, and it goes all the way back. SkyCity's going to do some forechecking there, but the Stampede hold that well and get their offense set up under a line change by the Devils right out in front. Harrison with a spinner. Backhand was off target. That goes back around behind Reason's net. A good physical push there. That was Max McCard fighting his way out. And McCard still digging away at it. Passed, and that one's just a bit errant. It's going to go all the way back. Haynes is going to collect it for the Stampede. And the Devils stay out there, and that's turned over. Dodwell with it in the corner. True's got it away from him. Dam's chopping away at it. Dam's got it under his skate. Dam's looking for a pass. He gets hit and lifted off his feet. That is a penalty, and that is not going to sit well with anybody. That was Carson Pratt, I believe, that decleated Dam. That was two penalties on the play, I'm hearing, so we'll see how this gets sorted out. I saw one of them, but the decleater there was clearly a charge. We'll see how that gets called, but there are some upset players, and somebody's coming off the bench. That is Burton Haynes. He's unhappy, but he is going into the bench, or into the penalty box. So, Josh, I think that is the only penalty there. So, yeah, just one. Red Devils on the power play.
Gonna say that power play from the Red Devils now, yeah.
Or won that one to Nichols. Nichols passes. Eden takes it up. Back to Nichols. Sits on the point. Cross ice to Apps. He gets harassed a little bit to Eden. Cross ice. Deflected by Mitchell Freer there. Apps holds on to it. He's backing out to the left point. Right out in front. Fontaine deflects it, but that's not on target. Apps has it to Nichols. Shot. Deflection. And that goes out to Fontaine again. Fontaine trying to cause some trouble right in the crease. Shot. And Brooks holds it. That was a good sequence. 3 shots there for the Devils in just 35 seconds.
Devils power play is looking good. They're snapping it around, cycling it really well, getting some shots away.
And they're going to get a change here so that they can get some fresh legs out. But Schneider and crew are back out for the top line for the penalty kill. This faceoff brought to you by MediaWorks. Perver to take this one against Schneider. Schneider sticks down, dropped, and held on by Graham in the sideboards. He gets it forward right in front. Shot. Brooks. Rebound. Through the crease. Sofer can't. He gets it away just in time. Brown airs it. And that goes all the way through. That's another one where Sean Brown picks his eyes up as he's trying to take a slap shot and gets not enough on it. He's got a lot of power, but he's got to connect on those. SkyCity takes it in. He dumps it. No, he didn't really get it behind him there, and that's winged right back out by the Stampede. 42 seconds to go on the power play. Schneider with the forecheck gets all the way back, requires 3 Red Devils to collect this puck, and he continues to dig this out. He's looking for a penalty, but doesn't get it past to Eden through neutral. Eden with some speed. He's going to leave it for Fontaine. Fontaine tries to shoot. His stick is lifted, and that's going to give Freer an opportunity at a shorty. Freer coming right and hard. Shot too high, off target, and Freer just dumps it away. 13 seconds to go on this power play. That's dumped in too hard. That's going to go for an icing. Amston there in time. And that's going to pretty much do it for the power play for the Devils. It is still 9 seconds, but the Stampede in charge there.
What a sequence of events there.
Yeah, great sequence, and it's still staying out of Brooks' net. That is, the Red Devils did a great job of trying to crack that.
Lots of traffic in front of the net. Yeah.
But
had some good looks.
Nothing doing yet. Freer wins that one, sends it behind. That is going to cancel the penalty. Well, not cancel it. It is going to expire officially. And Haynes gets out, and Harrison comes out for him. And the Red Devils look to pass that one through. They decide to dump and get a couple of changes here. Mitchell Freer passes that to his brother. And Lowe's got it. Lowe sends it behind, and technically they're offsides here. And that is going to be called an intentional offsides.
I'll take it back up the other end.
Yeah, we'll take it all the way down because Eden made contact there, didn't let him bring it out of the zone. Yeah. Bit of a mental mistake there. That's going to be, well, they're having a discussion as to whether it was intentional or not, but I think that is the call. So it is going to be a defensive zone face-off for the Red Devils. So Carson Pratt and Anton Perver to take this one. This faceoff brought to you by Sign It. Won by the Stampede. Van Sickle sends it around. Lowe has it now. Lowe's trying to work it out, and he does so. And that's deflected. Sysho's, that was a funny bounce off the board. Sysho was looking for it, but it didn't take the normal angle. Amston with a shot. Body deflected. That was right up and out. Josh Lowe getting the body on that. It goes up into the rafters here.
It's exactly what I was saying about Stephen Amston before. You know, he can step up, make those plays. Great shot, big body, and just makes things happen from the back end there.
Van Sickle and Perver to take this one. This face-off brought to you by Impact. That is held up. The referee called that one, I think, and the face-off was canceled, so we're gonna try it again. Bit of encroachment and a warning on the Red Devils there. They redrop that. This time Lowe gets it as Perver won that face-off, but it doesn't quite come out. And Tappan tries to get it around. That's intercepted. And Sysho doesn't get the puck. He's just kind of watching it there. Does get a hold of it, and then that's passed out to Lowe. Lowe throws it forward, goes into the zone. That's a really rough call with the player going head first into the glass. That was Matheson Graham, I believe, that we'll make sure on that number because I was turned around. But Haynes hit him hard, and it went, yeah, it was Matt Graham, and head first into the board, but that is going to be an
right
offside
coming
call.
off though, so. But yeah, very unfortunate hit there.
Yeah, so no call, of course, so it was incidental. The referee holding on to it. But, sorry, Joel, why is that coming all the way back?
I'm not sure.
Because that was offside, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Maybe they call it intentional again, perhaps.
Perhaps. Either way, the Red Devils win that one out to Dallimore. Dallimore's got one-on-one here. Tries to get a bit of a wrister on it, but he comes up the wrong angle. Maurice has it. He sends it around, and that's going to get to McRae. McRae rubbed out, but that goes to his teammates, and Schneider's going to take it across. Shot, and that's deflected. Everybody kind of staying back, waiting to see what he does. And McRae with it, shot, and that's over the crossbar. Freer right out in front for Schneider. Looked like that may have gone off the pads of reason one more time. And Freer sends it in. Sofer, back to Sofer, and he couldn't get anything on that one. That's a
good stick by Red Devils there.
It sure was. Hopkins with the defense on that. Lots of shots piling up for the Stampede at the moment. Not that the shots count for anything, but it is keeping the action on that end of the ice. 2-on-2. Shot and knocked away. Schneider couldn't get the deflection there. And back to neutral as the Stampede get a couple of changes. Low brought down there. And that puck goes to the other side. Dam's going to get there. Hits Freer, I think it was, right through the crease, but nobody home for the Devils. And a long pass out to Harrison. Harrison collects Brown right on him. He gets away from Brown, off to Nichols, shot off the pads. And it looks like a shooting gallery out there at the moment for the Stampede. That goes into Harrison. Harrison's trying to get that away from Nichols, but Nichols gets the pass off. And that does get knocked out. It's going to go for an ice. Probably not the worst of things for the Red Devils to take the pressure off, but they don't get a change here.
That's it. Take a little slow skate back to the circles there. Milk it for as much as you can. Try and get a bit of a breather.
Yeah, these are the ones where you just suck oxygen for 15 seconds and just really hope it gets back. This face-off brought to you by Event Finder. Matt Schneider to take this one for the Stampede. And Harry Lowe with that. He lost it. That's a shot by McCray, kicked away. Schneider holds it in. Dodwell's going to chase that. No, he's not. McCray gets there first. He's looking for a pass. No, it's a backhand shot. Goal! Got some of the jersey there, but gets behind Reason.
Another beautiful goal by McCray. Little backhand.
Let's see that one again. It was a backhander. Schneider's pass.
Creating the space.
Yep. And let's just watch as he comes in.
Cuts the
backhand.
middle.
Yep, there it is.
Just over the pad. Beautiful.
Yep, great shot. And as I think I was mentioning it, I think they had 8 shots in a row there.
Yes.
It might have been more than that, but I think it was at least 8.
You're going to get that whenever you've got McCray and Schneider on the ice. Those guys just have unbelievable chemistry together, even though they haven't played together for so long.
That face-off won by the Stampede, bringing it in again. Lowe chasing that down, and then to tap in. That pass goes looking dangerous through neutral, but the Stampede collect it. Or fighting for it. Then Jackson Fontaine throws it in back to Brooks, and that goes back to Haynes. Turned over to Eden. Eden with a shot. Or with it. I don't know how that didn't get in, and the puck was still out. And the referee laments it as it was his fault.
Kenny takes his comeuppance on that one.
That puck was right out in the crease and should not have been whistled down, but it was.
Absolutely.
And he knew it. And that was a gaping net and may have been a big turning point in this game.
Yeah, but unbelievable first save by Brooksy there, and the second as well.
Yeah, great sequence for the Red Devils, but it does not pay off yet. We'll see if Karma comes back and helps out. That faceoff won by Orr. Eden with it, he flips it forward. And that's going to go out to neutral with Eden passing it to Dallimore. Dallimore sends it in. That's going to go for an ice, as Dallimore was a little bit optimistic on that pass, trying to connect it. So just to bring our viewers back in on this, it is 3-1 right now, but that makes it 5-2. So it's a 3-goal deficit with 23 minutes to go here. And the Stampede are looking to close this semifinal series out if they can hold on to this lead and get to the Burgle Cup. Face-off won by the Devils. Bit of a whiff there. That was Daniel Monk trying to get that out of the back. He does. Out to neutral. Amston has it. He holds on to it. Pass forward to Harrison. That goes to Hopkins. Hopkins passes it forward. Coyle gets that. Fontaine chases him. That goes back to neutral for just a moment. Freer up the left side looking for help. That pass goes all the way through. He did get it there to McHarg, but McHarg couldn't get anything on it. That pass, another one that just doesn't quite get through, or kind of whiffs on it. It stays in. Harrison has it. Harrison's looking for help. He's going to walk it in. Shot, goal!
What a snipe. That is just beautiful. Come around the circle, top shelf.
And defensive confusion reigns for the Red Devils here.
Let's have a look at it again. I could watch that all day.
And that pass goes
Little
out to
panic.
Harrison. He holds on to it because nobody's taking him. He walks it forward, takes the shot, and gets right past Reason over the corner.
Yeah, it's a bit of the Red Devils kind of backed off him there, thinking he was going for the pass, but Harrison, he's a shooter, shoot.
Yep, and he did the right thing. He walked it in as far as he could. Timeout being called here. I believe that's going to be Anatoly Korozov's timeout for the Red Devils. It is indeed. And it is a 4-goal deficit at this point for the series. The Burgle Cup final series looking good for the Stampede at the moment.
Very much so.
With a 6-2 aggregate lead at the moment. And because of that, and I just want to clarify for anybody who's just joining us here, that is a 4-goal deficit that has to be overcome today to get to overtime. If that happens, overtime is per normal.
I think we're going to expect to see a little bit more physicality from the Devils step up here. There's a very strong historic rivalry between these two teams. They've both been in this position before. They know what to do. Red Devils are not going down without a fight here. But let's see if the Stampede can hold up their end of the bargain.
Big Max Schneider to take this face off. And that gets knocked aside to Sofer, and that goes into the netting. So a face-off at neutral ice to restart action here in just a moment.
I just wanted to give a shout-out to Callum Burns as well. When I was talking about the lineup changes before, I forgot to mention that he isn't in tonight, so we hope he's doing well.
Now that face-off was nullified. So warning again to Schneider in this case. And dropped, he wins it. True sends it in, and Reason watches it go behind to Nichols. Nichols passes. And the Red Devils look to break out here. Apps holds his defender off from behind. And that goes back to Nichols. Nichols is going to come up the right side, holds on to it. Looks for a pass, can't do anything with it to Dallimore. Shot by Brown, he gets all of that one and it goes into the Brooks glove, and we stop play there.
It's great patience by the Devils there. Look for that pass, hold it for that extra second, see what opens up.
And a positive start for the Devils. I think that timeout has kind of helped them a little bit to just kind of center themselves and figure out what's going on. Perver wins that shot in. Brooks knocks it away. Rebound. And to McRae. McRae looks to evacuate the area, but he's pestered by Syshow. He does get that pass out to neutral, up to Sofer. Sofer sees that go by. And good defense by Josh Lowe there. McRae has it to Schneider. Schneider turns and shoots. Rebound. And held by McRae. McRae gives it back to Schneider. Schneider spins. Schneider with it. Looks for a pass. Sofer can't do anything with it. McRae looking for a flip. Doesn't get it on target. McCarg jumps in there. And held on by McRae. Back to McCarg. McCarg with a shot. Deflected. Caught the Devils snoozing just a little bit, but now they break out. And that pass by Graham doesn't hit Syshow. It's going to be icing.
That was a great heads-up play by Harry there. Just saw the little bit of open ice in front of the net, took a step, got a good opportunity.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of, like you said, it's not a step, I guess, but it is a step. They're breaking free just enough to get clean shots off, and that makes all the difference in a game like this. Van Sickle to take this one. That's held up. Once again, the face-off not working as the linesman intended to, so we'll do it again. Perver and Van Sickle. Van Sickle with it. And McCarg's going to have it in the corner here. He dances around, looks at Reason. Then that's intercepted by Tappan. He knocks it to Graham. Graham holds on to it for just a moment. Wheels it out to Syshow. Syshow shows a little bit too much of it to Amston. He pulls it away. And then Matt Graham just absolutely levels Harrison McCarg legally. And this might be the point in the game where you start to see the physicality just really pick up. 40 seconds to go in the second period. And there's one attempt at payback already. Eden sends that forward to Fontaine. Fontaine, well, he gets enough of it. It doesn't go past him there. knocked away. Graham gets it to Fontaine. Fontaine loses an edge up to Eden. Eden's up the middle. He passes it to Orr with it, looking for Eden again. Orr flips it back out. Shot. Rebound out in front, and it's going to be Harrison with it up the left side. Shot, and that did not miss by much as it trickled by.
Trickled straight past the open net there.
And we may take a look at that one on replay here as we finish up the second period of action. Let's take a look at this trickle.
Look at that, straight past the open net.
Just very close. That would have been just really the deal killer at that point.
Absolutely, that would have been, especially with 2-3 seconds left in the period.
Yeah. So, just to wrap this one up here, we are finishing what is the fifth period of six.
Yeah, of six.
So there are only 20 minutes left, and this game is now a 4-goal lead for the Stampede, which is going to make it quite the hill to climb for the Red Devils in this final period coming up. So we'll Joel and I will rejoin you here in just a few minutes and bring you action as we wind up semifinals for the Burgle Cup. See you soon. Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome back, everybody, to the Queenstown Ice Arena, where we're about to get to third period action here in the final game in the semifinals for the Burgle Cup. My name's Matt Chavez. We are covering everything here at the Ice Arena. Hang on, we've got just a little bit of a technical problem. We're good? Okay, well, we're going to keep going here. So with me today, Joel. Joel, tell us a little, first of all, give us your full name and what you're doing up here. Tell us more about why.
My name's Joel LeBret, and I've been a long-time Stampede supporter since I've lived in QLDC here. About 13 years I've been following the Stampede, so you know, it's been a good 13 years, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about what you do for the team.
So we're one of the rink sponsors here with Wanaka Beer Works, enjoying a delicious beer right now. But before we come back, I've got the scores here from the Canterbury Inferno versus Auckland Steel game. So if you don't want to know,
let him
hit mute now.
There you go.
The Inferno, Canterbury, bringing it home 5-2 against the Auckland Steel, which I'm pretty sure it means there's going to be a Wild Inferno finals.
Yes.
And is that tomorrow, is it?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's earlier, so if you're tuning in, you want to check that a little bit earlier in the day. I don't know exactly what time, but I think it's close to
So a bit of serendipity there. Queenstown Canterbury final in the women's as well.
That's right. So, and it's been like that all season. Those two teams have been the top two.
It's going to be a great watch. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it will be. So make sure you check that out, and we're going to jump over to third period or sixth period action.
Hockey.
Yeah, I know I'm kind of driving that in the ground, but I do want to make sure 4 goals. This is going to be a big deal. So we'll cross over here in just a second, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit, Joel, about what really is the biggest change here. Matt Schneider being out on the ice. So we'll get into that just a little bit here. We're going to get started with the action, but that'll be the storyline here. Schneider and Orr to take that third period action underway at the Queenstown Ice Arena. The Red Devils with it. Turned over to Sofer. Sofer sends it through to Reason, and on the clean ice, Dan Nichols passes it around. That goes out to neutral. It's going to go all the way. No, it's not going to go for an icing because it could have been played by Amston. And he holds on to it. Passed and held in by Eden. That goes around to Sofer. Passed out and looking for Schneider. Brown's going to get there first. He sends it off the glass, but Schneider holds it in for just a second. Then it goes out to neutral. Amston with it. And knocked down. Dan Nichols going to get it in the corner. He passes it around to Brown. Brown sends it out. Eden up to Fontaine. Fontaine gets it a little too far forward. Eden collects it, and they're going to have to reset. Eden skating hard right through the traffic. Sends in a shot off to Fontaine. Fontaine can't knock it down. And the first opportunity goes for the Red Devils. And that is not going to go for an icing. Lowe's got it. Good forechecking there. Fantastic play. I think that's Harrison.
That's Harrison up there, yep.
Yep, and then that's passed around, but held in by True at the point. True's going to send it through. Harrison, and behind the net again. Apps is going to come in and collect this and be very careful and try to hold on to it as they break out of their defensive zone. The Red Devils collect the puck and knocked away by True. True's going to pass it across ice to Harrison. Harrison gains his own up the left side shot, and Reason holds on to it. And Joel, we got to talk about this. So Schneider, how big has this been? I mean, it has changed the series, has it not?
It's blowing up social media like no tomorrow. It's the biggest story in NZIHL hockey.
And it probably will be for a while.
I'd say so.
Yep. So McCarg to take this one against Pervert. And Pervert wins that off to Hopkins. Hopkins behind the net, looking to break that out to Graham. Graham forward to Pervert. Pervert loses it off his stick. Sent back through by Harrison. Mason Reese is going to collect that. He gets to neutral. Reese dumps it in. Shot behind the net. Held on by Graham for a moment. He can hold it in at the point. No, it does go back out. Reese sends it back in. A couple of changes for both teams. And that comes back out. Orr's holding on to it. He's got to wait for Syshow. That goes back out to Eden. Eden at the point, at the center blue line. And that's held in at the point. Sent back behind Brooks. Brooks can't play it. Eden gets a hold of it for a second, and then it held in at the point by Nichols twice. Off to Fontaine. Eden's got it. Eden holds, shot, rebound. Goes all the way out to neutral. And Nichols and Brown to collect it. The Stampede switching up a lot. And that is an icing call. So no changes for the Stampede. The Stampede are going to stay out on the ice. And most of the top line, 7, 8, 9, 10, and Eden. That's Nichols, Brown, Orr, and Fontaine out on the front line for the Red Devils. Queenstown Ice Hockey Club, this face-off's for you. And that's knocked away. McCarg takes it right up the right side, kicks it around, holds on to it. Carson Pratt trying to get a hold of it and can't do it. Fontaine collects. He's going to come down the left side, looks for a long cross-ice pass, intercepted by, before it gets to Eden, that's sent back in. And Carson Pratt, first one there, back to Fontaine. Fontaine looks to break it out. That pass too far forward, goes to Anston. A couple of errant passes there, and it's not going to get it done for the Red Devils if they're not connecting those passes in neutral zone ice. Nichols throws it back to neutral. Bull loses it for a moment. Soffer takes it in and takes it back out. Haynes with it, then to Anston. And Schneider with it. He's going to take it in all on his own, then drops it back to Soffer. Soffer with it. He's got it in the corner. Behind the net. Out in front. Soffer can't do anything with it. It's just sitting there for a little while. Amston shot. Rebound deflected out, and that goes to neutral.
Great rebound control by Raisin there. That was a very, very dangerous opportunity for
and off the glass, back to neutral. And McRae has it. Off to Schneider. Schneider holds it, skates away with it. Lowe follows him. McRae. Dallimore gets him out at the point. That's going to be a quick turnover. That puck goes out to Perver. Perver comes up the left side and looks for a pass. Nobody home. Dallimore didn't, he kind of held up, and miscommunication there cost them an opportunity. That is offsides. Perver clears that, but the Stampede in full control of the puck at the moment, and that clock is not the friend of the Red Devils at the moment. Anston throws it up to Harrison. Harrison up the right side. Harrison with it. Circles around, gets to the slot, but then loses it as his stick is lifted, but it goes back to Coyle. And Coyle throws it forward to Freer. Freer into the corner. Hopkins to collect that. Can't do anything with it. Out to Reason. Harrison shot. That's deflected on the way in. It's turned over 3-on-2. Pass to the left side as Orr holds on to it. Off to Graham. Graham shot. Rebound. Syshow with it out front, and that's knocked all the way out. It's going to get the feel of a power play here pretty soon, Joel, as a it's not quite, but they're just going to throw the kitchen sink at it because they got nothing to lose.
Exactly. This is the time where you just try everything that you possibly can. But no, the Stampede aren't going to rest back and let them have it either. You know, they're not going to just be happy to keep possession of the puck. They're still going to come at you.
Yeah, it's apparent they're still trying to score, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Face-off one by the Devils. Shot. Eden goes low and to the right. Held on. Out to Brown at the point. Brown holds it. Stickless McCarg there. Gets his body in front, and Harrison tries to get it out. Can't do it. Nichols holds on to it again. Shot and held by Brooks. No rebound. Held very safely in the glove, and that stops play again. So 14 and a half minutes to go in this one. A 4-goal deficit for the Red Devils. And this is it's going to turn into a kind of a clock watching exercise in a way. They're going to have to, the rate at which they have to score is starting to pile up.
Exactly. The longer it goes on, the harder and harder it's going to be, you know.
Apps wins that, or gets that puck as the Red Devils win the faceoff. Off the referee's skates and then goes to Brown. Brown slings it back in. Bull clears himself, but that's held by True. Flipped back, and that's going to go for icing here. And that's going to come all the way down. A bit of a mistake, as that looked like it was going to be a pass off the boards, but didn't quite come off.
Yeah. And this is exactly where the Red Devils just really need to settle. It's so easy to just get caught up in the whole thing, start scrambling. What they really need to do, cool heads, make your plays, get those shots on net, get opportunities.
Carson Pratt to take this one. He wins it. That goes to Van Sickle. And that just stays up against the boards there. Carson Pratt then throws it forward. Van Sickle collects it. He's still blastered in there by Bull. And Nichols gets that forward off to Amston. Amston's going to take well, he thought about taking a big wind up, but he didn't. Van Sickle to McCarg. McCarg throws it in. Carson Pratt to Chase. Brown's going to have it, though. He's going to try to get that out as quick as he can. Apps, you can see some of the Red Devils are starting to double shift here. And why not? There's no tomorrow. Nichols with it. Shot, and that is knocked away by Brooks. Penalty coming up here. Don't know, didn't see it, but it is against the Stampede. And somebody's coming off
Hooking.
for a hook.
Yeah.
So Schneider comes back out, but
we've got McRae coming off there,
yeah, that is Colin McRae going for 2 minutes for hooking.
Yeah.
And I guess, Joel, the big thing here that I'm seeing, I've been saying for the last couple of minutes, they are down by 4 goals.
Yes.
They are. But they can only score one at a time, and they need to score one
Brick by
to get
brick.
going.
Brick
Yes.
by brick, exactly. One gets a bit of momentum.
So face-off coming for Orr and Schneider. Orr wins that one, but it goes all the way down, and the Red Devils have to collect that. The offense needs to get set up here under this power play, and they are running out of opportunities as good as this one. So we'll see if they can close it off and get down to a 3-goal deficit. Eden brings it in up the right side, and that's bounced around. Fontaine with it back to Eden. Eden holding on to it on the side, looking for a pass, then to Fontaine. He holds on to it, skates to the left, out to Apps. Apps to the high spot, back to the point, looking for the long cross-ice pass. It gets to Eden. Eden controls it in the corner. That bounces around, held on by Fontaine. And the frustration evident
coming through
as Fontaine missed a pretty simple pass there to Apps, and that's going to cause everybody to change up here. And that goes all the way back. That's skated in. Luke Tappan's got it. Yeah. Out to Graham. Graham cross to Eden. Eden to Tappan. Long shot.
There we go.
Wow, that it looked like it had escaped Brooks for just a minute, but then he found it with his glove.
Yeah, it looked like it just snuck under the pad there.
It did, so dangerous.
Absolutely. The Red Devils really need to get shooting on this power play here. Like, it's the best opportunity they're going to have, and they're just kind of cycling it around a bit too much, looking for that perfect shot.
Yeah.
Need to get Messi in front of the net there, you know.
Yes, indeed, and Nichols with it, and you can see right away there's 2 right in front of the crease. They heard you loud and clear, Joel.
There you go.
Graham to Nichols to Graham. And Graham didn't get anything on that one. Back to Perver. Perver holds on to it. Then he passes it to Dallimore, to Nichols. Back to Dallimore. He keeps it in, but that's knocked out just barely. 22 seconds to go on the power play. The Red Devils have to reset. Dallimore takes it in, but he's upended. Apparently legally.
Yep.
That looked like a second player coming in, but he did have the puck at the time.
I feel like his skates might have just slid out a little bit there, but it was just coincidental that there's someone there as well.
5 seconds to go, so they're going to get a start on this maybe. And Colin McRae is out of the box. Eden with it, shot, and that's too far right. Funny bounce off the boards. And that's back to Eden. He's looking for a pass right out in front, or can't do anything with it. Sent around, and the Stampede clear. 5-on-5 hockey right now. Nichols has it, and he is being bothered by Van Sickle behind the net. Out to Eden. Eden to Nichols. Nichols to Reese. Fontaine holds on to that as that was deflected away. He missed a pass, and then that goes back to Dallimore. Sorry, Hopkins. And that's sent forward. That is a very simple icing call. He just held on to it, couldn't find anybody. It's going to stop play and bring everybody back to the defensive end. So here we go with just another, how quickly did those 9 minutes melt off?
Exactly. And the Red Devils be thinking exactly the same thing as you said before, you know, every minute counts at the moment.
McRae shot. That was not far off, just over the crossbar, but I don't think Reason even saw it until he heard it behind him. And Schneider takes it. He's going to gain the zone. Sent a shot.
Wow.
And Reason just kind of throws himself down on that one.
Had 5-hole written all over it as well. He's shooting low. And that's the thing. The Red Devils are going to start playing up high, trying to get those long stretch passes. But then that leaves you open to the rush from the Stampede as well. You know, you don't want to get caught having to back check from the blue line there.
Yeah, and I think I've been saying Colin McRae a little bit as Mike McRae, so my apologies.
Yeah.
Should it, Joel, you're on quality control. You need to do something about that. Come on.
Both legends in their own right.
There you go. It does happen, but yeah, all sorted here. So yeah, long time. I keep Joel. The longer I just stop looking at the lineup sheet, I just reach back into habits. That's one by Schneider. McRae with it in a goal.
Oh, and there's that.
I don't think McRae was doing anything other than just throwing it in.
Similar shot
nobody
to the
saw it.
last one that got saved. Right, nice and low for that 5-hole. Absolutely beautiful.
So we'll see that again, but it's a face-off win, and that just gets slid right below everybody. Let's see, here's the face-off. This one's pretty much going to put this in the deep freeze.
Oh, yeah, lots of traffic there.
Yeah, and never going to see that puck.
No.
But
it was Schneider there who just, like, split the legs there, so it got a clean lane.
And what you guys are missing here is Joel actually did the little dance.
Oh, yeah.
Putting his leg out, showing and demonstrating it to
I'm trying to
everybody.
be impartial as possible, and I can't tell you I'm not excited to see that score.
There you go. So it is a 5-goal deficit, and the SkyCity Stampede looking really good here. Unless the Red Devils can get something going very quickly, the Stampede are on their way to yet another Burgle Cup final. Right out in front, Sofer with it, and it's going to go behind to Tappan as he throws that out to neutral. That's dumped forward. Tappan's going to collect that behind Reason's net. Out to Graham. Graham gets it to neutral but gives it up. Amston takes it in. Good skate and a good move, but that was Tappan knocking the stick away and taking everything off it. McCarg with it. He's going to, that gets poked away and out to neutral.
Great stick there.
And
Good
everybody
chase.
going all out or just doing everything he can, but that's a big turnover. Shot, glove, save. That was a big one by, I think, was that Ryan Martin? Did I catch that right?
Yeah, you are correct. Yep, Ryan Martin out there.
Well, Mr. Martin has a heck of a gun on him.
He does. He's got very nice hands, that guy.
And while we weren't looking, I guess everybody else probably noticed this, but Tim Carey is in goal for the Red Devils. That one happened very quickly, but they did chase Reason on that one. They're going to give Tim Carey some ice time here in the playoffs.
Nothing taken away from Reason, though. He played a great game.
No, and he never saw any of that prior goal, so it's kind of a little bit of a false thing to let him go on that one. Harrison with a shot, and that took a player down. Shot and off the boards, out to Harrison doing a great job keeping that in. And Nichols with it now. Passes to Fontaine, goes past him, and that's held by Mitchell Freer. Turned over. Nichols is going to walk that forward, and a whistle. Martin is going to get called for something here.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know. He was about. Martin was skating off. A couple of may have been choice words. I'm not sure, but that would be awfully quick for somebody who hasn't had a lot of ice time to come out and jaw.
Yeah.
So, and he is being removed. He is being ejected. So, I mean, now take it for a moment. There's 8:58 on the board, but this may be a game misconduct. That is a major penalty for a spearing call. That is something you do not see very often.
Do not see that very often at all.
Well, I didn't exactly want to say it was over.
Yeah.
But if you were ever going to kick the door open, a major penalty is the way to do it.
100%. You got 5 minutes now.
5 minutes, no matter what, unless they get another penalty, of course, then it's whatever. But a goal does not clear a major penalty. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen right now.
Yep.
That was, sorry, it was, that was 21 Ryan Martin.
21 Ryan Martin. Yep.
Get that one up on the board. That was not one we were expecting to hear. And I honestly,
No.
Joel, I mean, you see him come out, you see him have a big shot. The last thing I would think is a major penalty by somebody who's not had a lot of ice time. Off to Eden. Eden's got it to Brown. Brown at the top. He sends it to the board, and that's going to get cleared by the Stampede. Amston holds on to it. He's going to take a shot. That goes off of Brown's, I think it was his shin pad there. Yeah. And we come right back with the Red Devils trying to set up a power play. This is a major 5-minute penalty. So for those of you still tuned in, 5 goals down. But this is where the shooting gallery needs to start for the Red Devils.
Yep.
Eden with it. Holding it, looking for a pass off to Apps. Apps, yesterday's goal scorer, shot off the glass. And the Devils hold on to it. Brown's got it at the line. He gets it around to Eden. Eden holds it in. Good work by him. He sits at the point, passes to Brown. Brown walks it in, shot. And that is a safely deflected shot by Brooks, not letting anything 5-hole in there. Just slams the pads to the ice. And the rebound, I mean, so what about the rebound at this point, right?
Exactly.
Safety first.
Safety first, 100%. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Stampede are going to be doing. You know,
Yeah,
they're great on their PK. They're just going to be holding the fort.
Yeah, and the Red Devils didn't have anybody down low, so why not? Just kick it away. They win it. Dallimore shoots it low into the side. That comes back out to Graham. Graham sits on it, loses a blade, and that puck goes all the way out. Joel, I think the ice is slippery.
Oh, yeah.
So the Devils bring it back through. Tappan's going to gain the line. He's going to go into the corner and look for some friends. As this line works the power play, everybody's going to cycle through this major penalty. Dallimore shot into Brooks, and no rebound on this one as that came in waist high, and it's gloved.
Looking to create that chaos in front of the net there. Bit of traffic. Take that long shot, maybe pick up those garbage goals. Again, brick by brick, start chipping away. But as they're chipping away, so is that clock.
The SkyCity Stampede holding on to this 5-goal lead. Shot! Apps gloved save. Apps hit it, didn't get all of it, and it was going over the crossbar, but Brooks holds on to it. While we're here, I do want to go through the sponsors again for the Stampede here. The SkyCity Stampede, obviously, the SkyCity is the main sponsor, title sponsor here, and we'll go through the rest of them here in just a moment because we want to give a shout out to the people that are helping make this possible. Schneider with it. That's knocked all the way back. Of course, there's no icing here, and Sofer chases. But it's Eden with it. Back to Nichols. Nichols brings it forward. Gains the zone, holds on to it for just a moment, goes back to the point, passes it to Eden. Eden's getting a request by Apps, but he's going to walk that and look for a pass. Right in front, Orr with it, rebound, shot, Apps with a backhander. That's knocked down by McCarg, but didn't get there.
Wow.
Out to Eden, up the right side pass, and that's deflected. That's held on by Nichols. Great little chip shot to Apps. Back to Eden, shot! And it gets behind. Brooks looks at it as it goes by. Shot! Taken by Sofer. Out to Nichols. He passes. Apps can't get a hold of it. Brooks holds on to it. Stuffs his glove down. And some fun stuff going on with a couple of players right in front. That's Amston and Orr not happy with one another.
Stampede will have to be careful not to get caught up in any of this because, you know, any kind of disciplinary stuff does carry over into the finals as we saw a few years ago with Chubba Margosh, you know.
Yeah, so sponsors NASCO Factory, Concrete Brothers, AWS Legal, Queenstown Health, Cook Brothers Construction, The Film Crew, James Allen Photography, MediaWorks, Sign It, Impact, Event Finder, Upholstery Workshop, Queenstown
Shout out
Ice
Nate and Chris.
Hockey Club. There it is. Brown with it. He's at the blue line. He passes it to the side. Gets it back. Brown walks it forward. Passes. Back to Brown. And he takes it out of the zone without looking at it. So they're going to have to reset. And I think this is another case of a little too careful. They were starting to get right out and right in front of Brooks's net, but they've got to get back to that really quickly here as there's under 2 minutes to go in this major penalty. It's a big deficit, but you can only get one goal back at a time, and we are just killing time as that goes behind Carey. And the frustration's obvious by the bench with the Red Devils. Carried through by Orr, and it's passed to Fontaine.
Blows the tire.
Fontaine with it again to Eden. That pass goes out again. That's a couple that Fontaine's put. Oh, and Schneider's going to get this one. And a goal!
What a play.
Short-handed goal and a major penalty by Matt Schneider. We're going to see that one again.
Absolutely.
As this finishes off any possibility. The SkyCity Stampede going to the Burgle Finals. Here it is.
Yep.
Rister
tries to clear it, gives him no open shot at the goalie. That's not the man who you want the puck on the stick of.
Yeah, welcome to the game, Tim Carey. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
As everybody's kind of exposed. But so we've got 5 minutes to go. Now remember, it's still a major penalty. It's 6-1 this afternoon, so it's a 6-goal deficit for the whole thing. I don't think that needs to be mentioned anymore. And we continue play here with that's Harrison McCard causing all sorts of problems. Joel, I guess while we're getting this back going, we need to talk about the Stampede and what they're up against, because they're going to be playing the West Auckland Admirals for a 3-game series. Now, all 3 games are in Auckland.
Yeah, lost that home field advantage when Auckland came into our house and took 2 games away from us.
Dan with a shot, and that's bounced all the way back. So the those 3 games are all 5 o'clock starts. So the stream will be happening, and for those in Queenstown.
Next weekend in Auckland, isn't
Whoa!
it?
That one went zipping in the... And there's a little bit of face
Amston
rubbing
doing
here.
really well to control himself there, not get involved in any fracas.
Yeah, that is important for them as they move on.
Absolutely.
And nothing to lose for Alex Dam there, as I know he's frustrated.
But
so the 3 games will be in Auckland against the West Auckland Admirals next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Now, we've been talking about this crazy format for a combined 2-game series for the semifinals, but it is not that way for the finals. It is a best of 3. And each game counts like normal.
I do like the 2 games over just having the 1 elimination game they've had in the past, though, you know. Adds bit of extra hockey.
It is a good weekend. It makes it worthwhile because you don't want to travel for 1 game. That is the case. But back out in Red Devil territory. Shot. And another one going into the bench there. That actually could have been a delay of game, but it's not. And the major penalty is over. So
wow.
That
is a big kill from the Stampede there. Killing off 5 minutes and getting a short-handed goal.
Yeah, that is when we called that for a major penalty, the last thing I was thinking was, the Red Devils give up
be the ones who walk away with one from it, you know?
Yeah, so a little bit of housekeeping here. Linesman change. Bull and McCarg to take this one. And we're just under 4 minutes to close this out. So a shot a little high by Tappan. It goes off the glass.
You got Tyler Challoner out there.
Out to McCarg. McCarg gains the line. Harrison with it now. Harrison lets it go behind the net. And the puck controlled for just a moment, but it's deflected. And a couple of heavy skating players. Absent True trying to hold on to them. McCarg takes it back in. He looks at Carey and stuffs it.
Stuff at home.
Great defensive play there, and a good block.
Absolutely.
As he was held off just enough, and Carey was in the right position. If there's one thing Tim Carey does, it is good positional goaltending. Freer with it, rebound, back out, and that's an opportunity here for Dallimore. Dallimore's going to take a shot. He does, and it's a little high. He doesn't quite get there.
Freer did a great job back checking there, tie him up a little bit, not get that clean shot away.
And Freer knocks that out into Carson Pratt. Avoids a Dan Nichols check as Dan Nichols had him squared up, but missed it. Shot off the pads there, and back to Freer and to neutral. They're still playing hard out there, I gotta say. I mean,
got Lockie Boniface out there now as well.
I'm sorry? Oh, goalie
Lockie,
change.
No, Lockie Boniface on defense there.
Oh, right. Yeah,
it's
number 62, yes.
Yeah, one of our young kids.
Yep, gets some ice time there.
Exactly.
And that was Boniface that knocked it forward. Passed up to Nichols. Nichols deflects it forward. That's not going to go for icing, but 2 minutes to go. And everybody changes here to see how this one finishes out. Amston takes it forward, gets the shot off, but it's deflected away. Amston out in front to McRae.
Through his slot.
McRae holds it in at the left point, goes behind Carey's goal. Out to Dodwell. Dodwell flips it and goes to neutral. Quick skating by Reese. He comes up the left side, shot, and that's too far wide. Out to Schneider. Schneider's going to get a 2-on-3 here. Lowe keeps him to the left, and a shot comes in, and Carey holds on to it. No rebound. Sofer with a little bit of a...
Gary's done well considering he came in cold in quite a desperate situation.
Yeah, he's done all right.
He's given up that one, but I think most goalies would have given that one up.
I don't think we can hold that against him. So
one-on-one with Schneider, you're not going to come out well often.
Yeah, that's definitely a Schneider advantage if you're coming in that quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
And I guess the Stampede are playing for some momentum here. They want to keep this up because they want to have a chance to start strong on game one Friday afternoon in Auckland.
Yeah, they're not gonna let up and finish this game out. Got to play hard to the end.
Hopkins is going to get to that puck first, and goes to Apps. Apps holds on to it. Gets McCarg to skate around. And that's knocked forward, but it's not going for icing.
No, I got tipped on the way through.
Haynes with it. And a good hit by Apps.
There you go, Challoner. Good man.
We're hitting the depth charts here, folks, because I didn't have Challoner on my list. Is he? No, he is there. He no
there,
goals,
yeah.
And he has found that skating is difficult. Blocker save. That was a long shot, but it was on target.
Bomb, yeah.
And that bomb got knocked out by the blocker save of Tim Carey. Good work for him, but that is going to be a face-off right next to him.
You got Lockie Boniface again out there on defense.
And Carson Pratt to take this one with the last 30 seconds of the two-game series wrapping up here in the favor of the SkyCity Stampede. Van Sickle with a shot. He missed.
Stays it wide.
Boniface with it. He sends it in, gets turned over, and Matt Graham's going to have the puck for just a minute. Up to Pervert, and a long pass. Sysho's coming up the right side. Good pass. Shot knocked away nicely by Brooks. No real danger, but Sysho gets it back. Out in front and shot. Graham trying to get a consolation goal, but can't do it. 3 seconds, too. And that's going to do it for the SkyCity Stampede. They're going on to the Burgle Cup Finals. So there we go. That'll do it for the two-game series here. The Canterbury Red Devils are, well, let's just say shock and awe is what they just ran into.
Good description. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
both teams played super hard, as I said. A little bit less physical than last night, but still a lot of grit, a lot of intensity. And, Stampede just found that chemistry and brought it home.
Yeah, that chemistry shows up. You really have a team that's played a lot of playoff hockey.
Absolutely.
And we also have to say, you bring back Schneider at the most important moment that they have.
Absolutely.
But
it goes to show that the talent of the man as well. I mean, he hasn't skated in 8 months and skated all last week with the team to get a little bit of conditioning back. And, last night came out, 2 goals. Tonight, what do you have? 1 goal, probably a couple of assists.
Yep.
We're on camera.
There you are.
Hello, everyone.
Surprise, Joel.
Too busy watching this handshake line out here.
So they obviously it was a pretty big change. It wasn't what was expected. And of course, during the regular season, Schneider didn't feature in any of those games, including the one that the Red Devils managed to win here in Queenstown.
Absolutely.
The first time in the longest time for them to finally get a regular season win.
But again, that's just a testament to the depth of the Stampede. If you look at any team in the NZIHL and you take out their captain and top 3 players, are they going to make playoffs?
Right.
It's just a testament to the quality of hockey that we have down here in Queenstown.
Yeah, well, the chemistry came back, and it came back quickly. It was rusty in that first period yesterday, but now the SkyCity Stampede have shown that they are the superior team with
100%.
excellent offense this afternoon.
Yes.
And they're going to be moving on to the Burgle Cup Finals in Auckland against the West Auckland Admirals. So I would ask you for some predictions, but I think I know what they're going to be, right?
My prediction's going to be
so
100%.
It is unusual for the Stampede to play 2 series, which is good.
Yeah.
But
it's also unusual for us not to be playing a home final as well.
True.
So that's definitely going to play into it. And Auckland did come in and take 2 games from us in our house last time.
But again, without Schneider.
Exactly.
So there's everything to watch because the dynamics change entirely when something like that happens.
He's just a guy who can make stuff happen.
All right. So, Joel, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You will
really
as well.
appreciate your.
I'm going to have some victory beers.
That's right. That's right. And you did well deserved too. So
absolutely. And nothing away from the Red Devils as well. That was a hard-fought game.
Yeah.
And I don't think the score really reflects the effort that they put in.
Yeah, and this is the first time in a lot of years that they've made the playoffs. So that's a great thing for the Red Devils.
It is a great thing moving forward. Just seeing the team grow strength to strength.
Yeah. So it'll be good to get that momentum building for the Red Devils. We hope next season will go just as well or better.
Young bucks coming up. Young Kerry is away playing overseas at the moment.
Yep. So we'll wrap this one up here. The final score this afternoon, 6-1. A combined score of 8-2 in favor of the SkyCity Stampede. They're moving on to the Burgle Cup Finals. My name's Matt Chavez.
Joel LeBreton.
And we'll see you next week for the NZIHL Finals on YouTube. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.